Now, everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped.
I got kidnapped. Who will come for my rescue? Who will pay for my ransom? Call my numbers on the screen. Even if you don't have it to give out, but you can borrow it out for like 2 weeks, it will be reimbursed back to you. Between 500 and 500 is okay for me. Viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again. This is BVI Channel 1, where you get undiluted truth. Let me begin by something that is quite personal, but it is shocking me here. I have a serious challenge, everybody does, but this one is really weighing me down. Yes, it is not in my character to bring this kind of a thing to the public, but the pressure I am into, I have vowed it will not make me compromise my standard to tell you undiluted truth. But I'm going to relate to you that problem that I have and possibly have a solution from you. It's a monetary problem. So, if you mind, watch this video to the end and how it connects to the insecurity happening in Nigeria today and the general problem, generally economic breakdown and failure of government. To start with, yesterday I made a publication with respect to the kidnapping that is happening and had already come down to the southeast. This one that happened at Owerri, 14 passengers that were kidnapped moving from Owerri to Aba.
Now, everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped. Everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped. Everybody in this vehicle have been kidnapped. Even this vehicle in front of me now, everybody inside it have been kidnapped.
The attack on Abia State governor's convoy, dispatch convoy. Last night, I had a terrible dream. I'm not a dream type. This thing is weighing me down. I'm not a dream type, but anytime I dream, it's quite serious, but it's usually a war that has been overcome most times. I got kidnapped in that dream alongside fully loaded luxurious buses, 2 of them at Head Bridge. You know, I don't normally dream and remember those dreams, but when I do, it is quite serious, but it's a war that is already overcome. We were kidnapped in that dream by Fulani bandits in or at Head Bridge Onitsha and taken to a forest. And the spectacular aspect of that kidnap is that the fully loaded buses were government officials, a kind of, not really politicians, but people who are representing government, maybe in sports or something like that. So it is not the elite politicians that were kidnapped, so the ordinary people. But there was negotiation and ransom paid, as usual. But something struck me in that dream. A young, small, about 13-year-old boy of Fulani, who is also part of the bandits, driving a motorbike at the time of getting ready for the kidnapped victims to be released, engaged me in a conversation, telling me that they are all over the place. They are watching everyone, and they can come pick anyone up at any time. He was very clear about it, just a young boy of about 13 years. So they have shipped every one of them in strategic positions across Nigeria, particularly in the southeast, which is where this one happened. At Head Bridge, that is where we were picked up. I was telling me, they were seeing every one of us when they came in. They already know that these people are representing government, and they are going to, the government is going to pay in bulk ransom. Then something again happened, which is why I decided to share this dream with you and connect it with the problem I am facing, or challenges I am facing at the moment. While I was having that conversation with the young boy on getting up or trying to join the rest of other people that were kidnapped in the bus, you know, the bus, they also kidnapped the bus. They didn't even let the people, they kidnapped both the bus and the occupants of the bus. So on the release, it's expected that everyone will be released alongside with the bus. But I was left behind. By the time I woke up, or by the time I finished that conversation with the young man, the whole of the other kidnapped victims have already left with the bus. So I now have to trek all the way to my destination, wherever it will be. And in the process of thinking that I've been left behind, I woke up. And the first thought that came to my mind is, if anything of such happened in reality, who will come for my rescue? Who will pay for my ransom? Because in the reality of the time I'm living, I'm having a challenge which I have been asking God to provide a helper. It's about ₦1 million. But if I have a 500 naira halfway of the solution, then I am good to go. But this thing has been disturbing me for some time now, but I never allowed it to weigh me down. And I was asking myself when I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, if anything should happen to me, with all of these things we are putting ourselves in the front line, who will come for my rescue? Just like I'm having this problem now. Before now, my team will tell me, Chinedu, even bishops, pastors, and the rest of them, Reverend Father, they call for assistance when they need. But you will never call for one. Yes, it is not in my character, because that is not why we are here. And also, the pressure from the same political class at the time, when you know, say it is money for hand, back for ground. We are neither here or there. The politicians are not coming forward to help us or to seduce us with money, because they know we'll always turn them down and expose them. The businessmen, the billionaires, the big brands will not endorse a person like me because of the sensitivity of what we preach here, which may undermine them if I become their brand. You now see the situation we've placed ourselves. That even the ordinary people we are fighting for and putting our heads out for, taking the risk of speaking this truth undiluted, will they turn their back against me in the time of trouble? Will I count on them to run around for my rescue if anything should happen? Then this thought came inside me to say, okay, you've been battling these challenges for like 3 weeks now, and by tomorrow is almost too late for you. Why don't you put it out to see if help will come from those who you have been voicing your opinions to, and those who believe in your message, and those who will never allow you to go down. So that is the situation I found myself. I don't want this video to be like an appeal, but it's also an appeal to you. Okay, I'm not appealing for people to raise funds for me. No, I have a pressure of a financial need, which everybody does at one particular time or the other. But I turn to you, my people. Call my numbers on the screen. Even if you don't have it to give out, but you can borrow it out for like 2 weeks, it will be reimbursed back to you. Between 500 And 500 is okay for me. So let me just hope that in the comment section, it will not be what I expect. What? Well, let me be looking forward to your response. But the bottom line of the whole thing is that there is a problem in Nigeria. The problem of insecurity is shocking everyone right now. You can guarantee of going out, but you can never guarantee of returning home in one piece. And I wasn't the Madikibu these days in Nigeria. I don't want to discourage our people who are coming back home. That is why we'll continue pressurizing government to do their primary responsibility of protecting lives and property. If you believe in my message, help me share it. Maybe that is the least you can do to bring help my way. I'm Asuchinat Peters, your advocate for good governance. Bye-bye for now. GGN, uniting the people for good governance.